You know I'm not awake yet, so the camera's going to be shaky this
That's
morning.
okay. I'm a morning person. It doesn't matter if you're not awake. So I am. All right. Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. And um, yesterday I uploaded a video on my little pecan bites that were gluten free, sugar free. Today, I thought for all of you out there that are the traditional all sugar, all wheat, whatever, I'm going to make y'all some just the regular old traditional way because I am taking some of these to church. And so I made some for the ones that are gluten free, sugar free. I'm going to make these for the ones that are not. So it's the same recipe. I'm just substituting everything like the original recipe. Yesterday, I substituted my gluten free and sugar free. Today, it's just going to be 1/2 cup of softened butter, which I have here, 3 ounces of softened cream cheese, which I have in my little bowl here, and I'm going to just mix that up. I'm going to add my 1/2 cup. Now, 1/2 cup is 1 stick of softened butter. I softened it in the microwave, so a little bit of it got melted, but that's okay because I've got to put it in the refrigerator uh, after I get it all mixed up and let it cool. So it's all right that some of it melted. All right. And then, and you mix it until it's smooth. You want to look at this, baby? See how smooth that is? Beautiful. Ooh,
That is beautiful.
looks good. Now it calls for 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And I wanted to show y'all the flour that I use. You can use any all-purpose flour that you prefer, but I like this one. It is King Arthur, and it is unbleached all-purpose flour. And I really like this one. Can you get it, baby?
Got it.
I really like it to cook with when I'm not doing gluten-free because it's really light. You don't have to sift it. It's it seems like it's more of a powdery than some of your others. Now, don't get me wrong. White Lily, I love White Lily. I've used White Lily for years and years and years
And years and years.
and years. Yes,
In
but I
fact, we go
also
back a lot of years, don't we, Rose?
with White Lily, yes.
But
But I
it goes so back.
also,
White Lily was brown when we first started using it.
but I also like the King Arthur. So now to this, I'm going to mix 1 cup of my all-purpose flour. And I changed from a whisk to a spoon because I just want to get it incorporated good. And this makes the best little crust. So good. You just stir it till it gets incorporated good. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator until it gets where I can work with it. As you can see, it's kind of sticky now. But when I put it in the refrigerator and let it cool down, that butter is going to kind of seize back up and the cream cheese, and it's going to make it so I can roll it out in my little balls. So, okay, that's where we are right now. That's ready to go in the fridge. So I'm going to put it in the fridge as long as it takes. It may take just 30 minutes or it may take 20 minutes, may take an hour. We'll see. But I've got other things to do, so I hope it doesn't take an hour. But I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'm going to get all my other ingredients out, and we'll be back as soon as this gets where I can. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, it's kind of sticky now. You can roll it, but it's kind of sticky, and you don't want it like that. So maybe it'll be ready in 15 or 20 minutes. I hope so. If not, I might stick it in the freezer. We'll see. Y'all know me. But anyway, I'll be back in just a few minutes.
More balls.
More balls. Okay. I think this recipe is probably going to make about 24, I think. But I had already started pressing them out. And this is the way I have figured out that is best for me to do it, is use my thumb. I've got a little thing of flour here, and I just put my thumb down in that flour and my finger, and I just go. You cover the bottom and the sides.
The regular wheat flour is stickier, isn't it?
It is. It's stickier than the gluten-free. Gluten-free flour is easy to work with, but this that has gluten in it, it's stickier. Yeah. And so, but if you do it like this, if you use your thumb and a little bit of flour, works perfectly. So, I finally figured out my thumb was my best tool. So, you know, when you're cooking, your hands are your best tool. Well, when you're doing these little things, your thumb and your index finger, they're your best tools. So,
Well, you've been training your thumb for a long
I
time.
have a long time. So, and I have sprayed these with cooking spray. I don't know if I told y'all that. But see how easy this is to do when you just have that little bowl of flour there. And you want to make sure you get enough in that bottom, because you don't want this pecan filling to go through your crust. Okay. Now I got 3 more here I'm going to do, and then we're going to make our filling. And we're going to get some of these in the oven. Okay. It said 1-inch balls, but 1-inch balls is not quite big enough to cover your bottom and up the sides like you want to do. So I make them about 1 inch, well, about like that. Is that 1 inch or 1.5 inches, baby? What is
It's a
that?
little over an inch,
A
about
little
an inch
over.
and a quarter.
Yeah, yeah. So 1 inch is not quite big enough. You just have to work with it and see what works for you and what size balls that you'll need to do. And I guess all mini cups are the same size. I mean, I don't know. I've got several different kinds. I've got these. I've got some non-stick ones, and so, but I think they're all about the same size. Now, when you're pressing and you see a little of that, the bottom of the cup, you have to put more of your dough down in the bottom. Okay. We got one more here, and John Brown, look at there. I got enough for one more, but that's all right. So this is going to make 24. Okay. Put a little bit of flour on my thumb so I can get that up the sides. All right. That's perfect. See? All right.
Very good,
Now,
Grandmama.
I'm going to set it to the side. Let me wash my hands, and we're going to make our filling. Now, for our filling, it calls for 3/4 cups of brown sugar. I've got that. 1 large egg, room temperature. Make sure it's room temperature. When you're baking, all your eggs are room temperature usually.
And this is high test sugar. It's not
Yeah.
sugar substitute.
Yeah. 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay. Got that. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'll put it a little bit more than a teaspoon, because this is baking vanilla. This is not your high test vanilla extract. And a dash of salt. You always want a little salt when you're making sweet stuff. All right, 2/3 cups of chopped pecans, but we'll do that when we get all this stirred up and incorporated. Okay. Now I'm going to mix this real good. Try to get some of that sugar dissolved. And it's okay if you have little specks of butter in it, because it's just going to melt when it's cooking. Boy, it looks good. Okay. Now, I'm going to. Now this is pecans that we have about 8 pecan trees in our yard. So every year we pick up pecans and we pick them out. Well, we have them shell, but then we have to pick them out. But I always go through them to make sure there's not any of those little brown things in them. That's 1/3. Now, the recipe says to put 1/3 of your pecans in here, stir them up, put them in your little tins, and then put your other third on those. But I like mine the way I do my pecan pies. I like mine to be coated with this mixture. So I always put all my nuts in at the same time. That way it has a shiny, your nuts have a shiny look to them. That's just the way I like it. You do it the way you want to, but okay. I'm going to stir these up. All right. Now, I'm going to get a teaspoon. Honey, I'm going to get a teaspoon over here. I can never, ever have all my stuff out. There's always something I forget. Okay, yeah, I'm going to move this, pull this over here so you can see. Got it? Okay. Now I'm just going to take a teaspoon, and it's going to take about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more, maybe a teaspoon and a half, because you don't want to put so much that it bubbles out over your crust. Okay. That's about a teaspoon. All right. This looks good.
Does look good, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now she has a video on already in which she uses sugar substitute and gluten-free flour in case you have to go that way.
Yeah.
But you know, sugar-free can only get you about 80% of the way to the sweetness level of sugar. So people who are addicted to sugar or accustomed to eating it all the time, they just really want that extra sugar flavor. Now, Rose and I don't.
And this is your high test. What I call
this is high test.
High test. Yeah. All right.
This is full sugar, high test.
My oven is on 375. So I'm going to finish filling these, and they cook 15 to 20 minutes. And when they get ready, then I'm going to bring them out, and I'm going to show you what they look like.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All righty, Grandmama, you ready to open it up?
I am. All right.
They look pretty.
They have cooked for 17 minutes. And as you can tell, they're puffed up and cracking a little bit on the top.
Let me see if I can get
and they're a little brown around the edges. So that's how you know when they're done.
Mm-hmm.
See them cracking a little bit right here and right here. And see your crust is good and brown. So now I've got to let them cool for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to take them out.
Taken out is the true test, isn't it?
It is. Yes, that's the true test. So I'm hoping that they're going to come out. They are. Yeah, they're going to come out. So, but I'm going to let them cool 5 minutes. See you then.
Well, the test is on us. Can you get them out, baby?
Oh, yeah, they're coming out. But now, let them cool, but don't let them cool too much. Because if you let them cool too much, they kind of want to stick. But let them cool about, these have been cooling about 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes, and they're coming out really well. And so be careful with your knife also, because when you go down in there, what you do is you will
break the side.
break that little side. And so let me see. All right.
That one's sticking a little bit.
It is, but I'll
There,
get
it
it.
moved.
Yeah.
It moved.
Yeah, I'll get it. It's just a little bit. Okay. It's because my crust was a little bit thin there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason. Let
If
me
that
get this
inside
one.
leaks through, it's going to stick to
Yeah.
that side.
And if you're it comes over, you don't have your crust all the way up good,
mm-hmm.
and it comes over the side, it sticks to the side right here. But you can take a knife and go around it, and
just be a little patient.
You just have to be, just be patient. Now, see, that one stuck a little bit because I didn't have the crust quite thick enough, but that's okay because I got plenty. And all right, see how easy that one came out. So you just have to be patient and work with them. But most of them, unless you do like I did and let some of your filling come up over it, they're going to come out good. So, all right. This is what my little pecan bites look like. And I would let Roy taste, but they are so hot right now. Till I think we're gonna wait. And honey, you think I'm gonna cut one just so we can see what they look like on the inside.
Well, look at here. I can see what they look like on the outside. I know they're good.
I know. Wow, aren't they? Now this one, it came up over it a little bit, so I may have a little trouble, but I'll get it. And if this one tears up, Roy will eat it. So, all right, I got it. There we go.
We always say if you can get the unsweetened ones, no sugar added ones, to 80% to 90% of the taste of one that you use regular flour and regular sugar in, you have done a good job because you're not just going to usually get it there. There's a few things you can get it there with. Okay. Ice cream works good. And all
right, I'm going to let you see the inside. See, it's got a little goo in it right there, and that's what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like a pecan pie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to let Roy taste. It's not that hot. How is that, baby? Is that good?
Oh, horrible.
I'm fixing to do something I don't usually do.
You're not?
Yeah, because
y'all know sugar in your mouth?
Y'all know I don't eat wheat and sugar, but it's not that I'm allergic to it. I can eat a little bit, but I stay away from it because of my stomach. So, but I'm gonna try this one. Oh my. For you sugar lovers out there, you got to try this one. Man, this is so good. That crust is crumbly. It's delicious. And that little bit of goo inside, with all those nuts, this is a winner right here. So y'all try this one. This is really, really good. Woo, real sweet. My. but it's good. Okay, thank y'all for joining me this morning. Since I showed you the gluten-free, sugar-free one, I wanted to show you the one with the wheat and the sugar. So you'll have both that you can, if you want the one with gluten-free and sugar-free, you can make it. If you want this one, you can make it. So, or you can make them both and have them for everybody. So, love y'all. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell. And we'll catch y'all next time.